Hello, English learners. Welcome back to the English Academy podcast, where we unlock the secrets to sounding like a true native speaker. I'm your host, Chloe.
And I'm Liam. Today, we are diving into those little words that make English flow so smoothly, but often confuse learners. Contractions. And we're not talking about isn't or aren't. We're talking about the really casual ones.
Exactly. The words that native speakers use all the time without even thinking. Like, instead of saying going to, we often say,
Gonna.
See, it's already happening. These contractions are essential for understanding and sounding natural in everyday conversations.
Absolutely. They're like shortcuts in the English language. Today, we're demystifying 5 of the most common ones. Gonna, wanna, gotcha, kinda, and dunno.
Get ready to level up your English and sound more like a local. But first, let's hear from our amazing listeners. We got a fantastic message this week from Aisha in Saudi Arabia. She said, "My American friend always says gonna. What does it mean? Is it different from going to?"
Great question, Aisha. You're not alone. Gonna is one of the most common contractions, and we'll explain it thoroughly today.
And we also heard from Kenji in Japan, who asked, why do native speakers say dunno instead of I don't know? It's so confusing.
Dunno, Kenji. It's another one that throws many learners for a loop. We'll break it down for you.
So, Liam, are you ready to get this show on the road and clear up any confusion about these casual contractions?
I'm ready, Chloe. Let's kick off with our first essential contraction.
Our first casual contraction is gonna.
Gonna. So, Chloe, is this just a lazy way to say going to?
You could say that, Liam, but it's more than just laziness. Gonna is a very common and informal contraction of going to, especially when talking about future plans or intentions. It's used all the time in spoken English.
So it's a shortcut. Like, instead of I am going to go to the store, you'd say I'm gonna go to the store.
Exactly. It makes the sentence flow faster. But remember, it's casual. You wouldn't use it in a formal essay or a business presentation.
Gotcha. So I might say I'm gonna watch a movie tonight, or we're gonna have a great time.
Perfect. The pronunciation is usually gonna or gonna. It's important to connect the words smoothly. Excellent. Now, Liam, are you ready for our second contraction, which is all about what we want?
I am. I wanna know what it is. Our second casual contraction is wanna.
Wanna. So, Liam, is this what I say when I wanna win the lottery?
We all want to win the lottery, Chloe. But wanna is an informal contraction of want to or sometimes want a. It's another super common one in spoken English.
So instead of saying, do you want to go to the park, you'd say, wanna go to the park?
Precisely. Or if you're ordering food, you might say, I want a burger. That means I want a burger.
It's a real time saver. The pronunciation is usually wanna or wanna.
So if I'm feeling thirsty, I could ask, want a drink? And if I have a dream, I could say, I want to be a rock star.
Perfect examples, Liam. So listeners, start using wanna to sound more natural when talking about your desires. 2 contractions down. Now, Liam, for our third contraction, which is all about understanding.
I think I gotcha on this one.
Our third contraction is gotcha.
So, Chloe, is this what I say when I finally catch a Pokemon?
You could, Liam, but gotcha has a couple of meanings. It's an informal way of saying, I've got you, but it also means I understand.
So it's versatile. Like if you're chasing someone in a game, you might yell, gotcha, meaning I caught you.
Exactly. But if someone is explaining something and you understand, you can say, gotcha, meaning I understand.
So if you explain a grammar rule to me and I understand, I say gotcha. The pronunciation is usually gotcha.
Precisely. It's a super useful word. Wow, these contractions are so useful. Now for our fourth contraction, one that's about being kind of unsure.
I'm kind of excited for this one. Our fourth contraction today is kinda.
Kinda. So, is this when I'm being kind of polite, Liam?
You're always polite, Chloe. But kinda is an informal contraction of kind of. It means somewhat or a little.
Ah, so it's about being vague. Like, if I'm not completely tired, I might say, I'm kind of tired.
Exactly. Or if you sort of like something, you could say, I kinda like that song.
Ah, so it's a way to soften your statements. The pronunciation is usually kinda.
So if I'm slightly hungry, I'd say, I'm kinda hungry. And if I'm a little bit cold, I'd say, it's kinda cold in here.
Perfect. So listeners, use kinda to express things that are sort of true. Fantastic! We're almost at the end of our casual contractions journey. Now for our fifth and final contraction, one that's about not knowing.
I don't know what this one is.
Our fifth and final contraction for today is dunno.
Dunno. So, Chloe, is this what I say when I don't know something?
You do know, Liam. Dunno is an informal contraction of don't know or I don't know. It's a very common way to express a lack of knowledge.
Ah, so it's a quick way to say you're clueless. Like, if someone asks you a question and you have no idea, you say, dunno.
Exactly. It's a very useful word when you're feeling clueless. So, listeners, use dunno when you don't know. Wow, Liam, what a fantastic set of casual contractions today. Gonna, wanna, gotcha, kinda, and dunno. We've explored some essential shortcuts to sounding like a native speaker.
We really have. And remember, everyone, these contractions are very informal. Use them with friends, but not in formal situations.
Absolutely. The more you hear them, the more natural they'll become. And the more you use them, the more confident you'll sound.
And speaking of using them, we'd love to hear from you. Which of these contractions do you hear the most? Have you ever used one incorrectly? Let us know in the comments below.
Yes, your feedback and stories are what make this podcast so special. We love hearing from you.
Before we wrap up, Chloe, what's one final piece of encouragement you'd give to someone trying to use these contractions?
I would say, don't be afraid to experiment. Try using these contractions in casual conversations. Even if you make a mistake, it's okay. That's how you learn.
Excellent advice. And I'd add, listen carefully to how native speakers use them. Pay attention to the context and the tone.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Thank you so much for joining us on this fun and informative episode of the English Academy podcast. We hope you feel more confident in using these essential contractions.
We'll be back next week with more tips, tricks, and laughs. Until then, keep practicing, keep listening, and keep sounding more and more like a native speaker.
Bye, everyone. Stay curious.
See you next time.